ALP must clear air on climate policies. The oil and gas industries have urged Labor to provide absolute clarity on how they will be affected by its climate change policy, as big energy users raise concerns about the proposal to strengthen the safeguard mechanism. A spokesman for the Australian Petroleum Production and Exploration Association, which represents Woodside, Shell, Santos, BP and BHP, warned that any unintended policy consequences could reduce competitiveness and negatively impact investment. Parnell, this specific issue around, climate and how climate policy will then frame how both of the major parties impact and integrate with business and big business moving forward. Where will this have the biggest impact? Places like Queensland and Western Australia, or will this be right across the board?
Well, of course, it's going to be felt most in communities which are resource producers at the moment, and which therefore rely on industries which rely on those resources. So that's where the initial impact is going to be. But of course, it is an Australia-wide thing. You know, partially this recovery that we're currently in is being driven by the fact that there is high demand for our resources around the world, and that there's a high price for them. So this is one aspect of value that Australia does produce. You know, part of our problem at the moment with inflation is that we're actually not producing more. We've just got more money paying for the same amount of goods. But our resources are something that we produce, that we get hard currency for actual value. And so any recovery is going to largely be based around these resources for the time being, until there can be some structural reform. So yes, it has a potential to have a huge vote impact in the regions, but also for Metro Australia, whether they want to realise it for themselves or not.